Okay. Good morning, everyone. As you said, my name is Shauna Henley. What he didn't say is that I'm a recovering dental hygiene student. I want to start off by welcoming everyone who came to support the graduates today. It really is an honor to be chosen to speak here today. Whew, breathe, said the president. When I was first asked to speak today, there was a number of things I thought I'd like to talk about to my classmates and the rest of the graduates today. I didn't want to use any cliche things like your future is bright and you're all shining stars, blah, blah, blah. What some of you guys might not know is this is my third college diploma, so I've heard lots of boring speeches and I'm hoping to stay true to what I'm saying and not bore you guys to tears. So some of the things they wanted me to talk about was thanking important people and things like that. But before I get started, I would like to take a selfie. Alright, I feel better now. So I'm going to start off today by thanking those who helped me the last 3 years get through everything. I'm also going to thank everyone else who contributed to my blood, sweat, and tears. So I'll start off by thanking my mom and dad. I can't see you guys, I know you're back there.
Right here, Ronnie.
I want to thank you guys for taking your adult child back into your home. Sorry. After 14 years of you guys being empty nesters, which I'm sure was really blissful for you until I moved back in with my husband and then had a baby in your house. But thank you guys so much. I couldn't have done it without your support and your love. And this thank you isn't enough. Oh goodness. And your patience and your guidance over the last 32 years has been amazing. You guys have taught me much more than I can ever say. Next, I'd like to thank the entire Canadore College faculty. You guys are amazing. You guys put up with our demands for rubrics, our demands for PowerPoints, our demands for reviews. And if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be graduating here today. I'd also like to have a very special thank you for the dental hygiene faculty who contributed the most to the blood, sweat, and tears. You've also made the stocks and Grey Goose go up and Coors Light. But seriously, your passion, your hard work, your dedication, your love and support has been amazing. You guys are an amazing group of women, and I'm really honored to have been taught by you guys. And most of all, to hopefully follow in your footsteps and lead by your examples that you guys have set. I also want to thank our technicians, Angie and Jenny. You guys have been amazing. You're always there. You have shoulders to cry on, Kleenex boxes for us all the time, and candies and chocolate, even though we are in dental hygiene. And last but not least of my thank yous, and then I'll get on with my speech, I'd like to thank my husband, Pedro, for believing in me every day, reminding me that I need to have passion with everything I do in my life, for all of your love and support, and most of all, for giving up your island life to come back to Canada with me so that I could pursue my dreams. I'm sorry I took you away from home, but you deserve a trophy or a trip to Rio or, I don't know, World Cup. But I love you and thank you so much for taking care of our baby girl too while I can be in school. Okay, so during my time at Canadore, I met some really inspirational people. One of the people I had the honor of meeting last year in 2013 was Frank Marusich. He passed away December 2013, but that's not the point of me talking about him. When I met him, he just looked like an older man to me. I had no idea of the battle he was fighting with cancer and the legacy he was about to leave behind in North Bay and other places. As I sat with Frank, he told me about his battles, but what he mentioned to me was that battling cancer wasn't a big deal. It wasn't the worst part of his life. He mentioned to me that there were people struggling every day, fighting worse things in life. He talked about children being abused, people struggling with mental illness. He talked about several things. But one of the most important things that Frank said to me that day was that school was just a tiny piece of my story and of my life, but an important part of my journey. But he told me what really matters in life is how you spend your time and not to waste it. And I really appreciated those words, and I took that with me. His words reminded me of a poem that I had been given by a family friend years ago, and it's been hanging by my desk all the way through school. It helps me get through school. It's called The Dash by Linda Ellis, and I'd like to share it with you today. But as I read it, it talks about a funeral, so I don't want you to think it's a bit morbid. I know it's graduation, it's supposed to be happy, but there is a message in there. So, The Dash. I read of a man who stood to speak at the funeral of a friend. He referred to the dates on her tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noted that the first came the date of her birth. He spoke of the following date with tears. But he said what mattered most of all was the dash between those years. For that dash represented the time that she spent alive. And now only those who loved her know what that little line is worth. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the house, the cash. What matters is how we live and love and how we spend our dash. So think about this long and hard. Are there things you'd like to change, for you never know how much time is left that can still be rearranged? If we could just slow down enough to consider what's true and real, and always try to understand the way other people feel. And be less quick to anger and show appreciation more, and love the people in our lives like we've never done before. If we treat each other with respect and more often wear a smile, remembering that this special dash might only last a little while. So when your eulogy is being read with your life's actions to rehash, would you be proud of the things they say about how you spent your dash? Okay. I forgot to thank the dental hygiene girls. Thank you, girls. You guys have done so much for me over the last 3 years. Cleaning my unit, when I went deer hunting with my car, someone saw my client. Sorry. And I had Braxton Hicks and somebody else saw my client. Thank you, girls. I love you all. So class of 14, do you know why you're here today? You're here because we made it. We did all that is required of us. If you remember one thing that I've said today, let it be this, that you are about to live out your dash. Maya Angelou, who passed away yesterday, said, I have learned that making a living is not the same as making a life. So remember, while you're busy trying to put your diplomas to work, take the time to make a life and live. Travel, volunteer, try new things, do something that makes you uncomfortable. Talk to strangers, greet people with kind good mornings and good afternoons. Get off your phones, look around, enjoy what life has to offer you in the world around you. As Mark Twain said, and this is my favorite one, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sail, explore, dream, discover. And there's your cliche quote for class of 2014. Congrats to everyone, and remember to floss.